What's going on, Hustle fam? Thanks for tuning in here again with Pristine Vending for another vending video. Today I'm installing this Nayax card reader on my snack machine that I have in my storage unit. It's going to be the same snack machine that I did the LED light install on about a week ago. So if you haven't seen that video yet, make sure y'all go check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this card reader open, see what all is included and what all I'm going to need. I'll be right back with you. As always, happy hustles. All right, I got the package opened up. So the first thing is, of course, your device. I got the touchscreen Nayax card reader. I'm still not fully sure on exactly what all this can do. I know it can do much more than the older model, but check that out. All right, we're gonna put that down. Next up is the template for your hose. This makes drilling the hose easier so you don't gotta do too much measuring yourself. This will tell you exactly where to put your hose so the device will fit. All right, and next up, we got our antenna. It looked very similar to the older model antenna, except the only difference I can tell is the plug. You just plug it in instead of screwed in like a cable cord. And next up, we have our MDB cables. These are going to be the data cables that sends info from the machine to the device. All right, now let's see what else we got here. Of course, we got a cleaning cloth, keep your screen clean. Got a QR scanner code we could put on the machine if we want to add rewards onto the device. I'm not sure if I'm going to add that or not. And that's everything it comes with. Went over everything that came in the packaging. I'm gonna go over everything that's not included that you might need for the install. These are 2 extra items that I ended up having to pick up at Home Depot to complete the install. First thing I need for the install are some drill bits. Luckily, I already had a kit of them, but it's one big drill bit that I had to go pick up, which is this one right here. You're gonna use this to make the hole to snake the wires through the machine. So that is important. The next thing you may need if you're anything like me working out of a storage unit with no power is gonna be a power adapter for your car. Now, if you remember my LED install light, I keep referring to that video, but if you remember, I used my Jeep power. It had a plug that I could just plug it straight into. Today I'm driving my Dodge pickup truck. It's a 04, it's an older model, so it does not have an adapter already built in. So I had to go pick this up for about $40. I mean, it's worth it to me because I'm gonna be working out the storage unit pretty often. So I'm gonna use this when I'm not driving around in a Jeep. And the way that this works is you plug this into your cigarette lighter in your car, and then you plug your machine into this outlet here. Hey, that's simple. And I forgot to tell you the price for this. This ended up costing me about $18. Let's get to it. All right, let's get her open. All right. So we already got the LEDs installed in the earlier video. Next up is the credit card reader. And then I go and replace the bill acceptor, and this will be ready for location. So now I gotta choose where I actually wanna set up the device. So on this machine, I think I'm gonna place the device right in this area. So the way to go about this is open it up. You wanna make sure it's clear. And you see I chose the top because on the bottom it's a bunch of hardware down there. I'm gonna be drilling all through that. So you just wanna make sure it's clear on the other side. So that's why I picked the top. So we're gonna use our diagram that the Nayax card reader came with. Here we go. Go and punch the holes out like that, and then you got 4 holes in each corner. I'm gonna punch those out. I'll be right back. You see I got all the holes punched out now, so it's 5 holes total. We're gonna go and close the machine up, and you put your diagram where you want to place your device. Get you a marker and mark the holes, and then we're gonna drill. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark these holes. I got my holes marked. You can barely see it, but all 5 holes are marked. So I'm gonna get my drill and go and drill them out. And the good thing about using this template it came with is it tell you exactly what size drill bit to use. In the middle it says to use that, and on the corners, there you go. So we're gonna start with the corners, and what's it say to use? The 3/16. So I found my 3/16 drill bit. It's right here. So I'm just gonna plug it into the drill and get those holes drilled out. That's 3 holes drilled out and 1 more hole left to go. Having a powerful drill definitely makes it easier to drill these holes out. We got those 4 holes drilled out. Now we need that big hole drilled out. So let's see what size we need for that. Let's refer back to the template. And what's that say? A 13x16, 20 millimeter. So the closest thing I could find is just the 19.1 millimeter. But I think that'll be big enough. All right, y'all, I'm on the way back to the storage unit. Now I had to run back home for about 30 to 40 minutes and charge my drill. It was just enough juice in the drill to finish those 4 holes, and it died as soon as I finished. Man, that boy Murphy always coming around laying the law on me. Can't avoid it. But anyway, I'm on the way back to the storage unit now. I'll meet y'all there. All right, we back out here. Let's get to it before it get dark on us. All right, y'all, we got it. That's all 5 holes drilled out. I ain't gonna lie to you and make it seem like that middle hole that was easy, because it wasn't. Took me a little time. I had to go on the inside and drill out. It was actually jamming up my drill. But anyway, we got it there. Let's get to the next step, which will be to mount it up. I'm gonna see if I can smooth these edges out some so it doesn't damage the cables. And then we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get the device mounted up. All right, so here we have the device. So before we can mount it up, we're gonna have to snake the 2 wires that it came with through this hole, and then go ahead and connect it into here. We're gonna have to pull off that plastic plate. Let me see if I can do that with one hand. Y'all bear with me. All right, so we take that off, and we're gonna plug in the 2 cables in there, and then we're gonna mount it on. All right, so I already got the antenna opened up, and it's magnetic, so we're gonna stick the antenna to the side of the machine for now. And then we're gonna go ahead and stick the plug through the hole, and it's gonna come out on this side. All right, and then we're gonna grab the other cable and do the same thing. This is the side that's going into the device, so we're gonna snake that through the hole also. Right there, and let it hang right there. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and plug it into the device. Okay, y'all, I got the device now. I already plugged it in. I couldn't do that one-handed, so I went on and did that for you. And then you add the clear faceplate right back to it on top of the cords. So you go ahead and secure that, and now we're gonna go ahead and secure it to the machine. Well, one major step that I'm just now realizing that I forgot is I gotta take off this mounting bracket, the black part on the device. This isn't the kind of machine that you should have it on like that, so I'm gonna have to take that off so I can add it to the back. It comes attached because some machines have the cutout already in the machine, so all you gotta do is just slide this through. This machine doesn't have cutouts, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Now that I have the bracket separated from the device, I'm gonna show you exactly where it goes. So the device is gonna go up here, of course, and then the bracket is gonna go in the back of the door, and this is what it's gonna screw into to hold the device into place. So it's just gonna go like that. All right, let's go ahead and get it together. Okay, so this is what you should be looking at. It should look like this here with no bracket. And the bracket should be on the back. Mine is just dangling on a slack wire here. But eventually it's gonna go right there, and they're gonna screw into each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those screws in. All right, guys, we got it all together. Check that out. It's on there nice and snug. Move that so I can open it up. And check out what it looks like on the inside. See, y'all gonna have to forgive me, man. I gotta be honest with you. This was not a perfect install. You see, I had to make a few more holes for the antenna. It seemed like a real tight fit to be squeezing the antenna cord through this hole, because you see there's no room. The device is snug to the machine, as you can see. So I made an extra hole for the antenna just to make sure it's a nice fit for it. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think it could be. Did I do something wrong, or is that just how it's supposed to fit? Anyway, I wasn't comfortable with that, so I made a little extra room for the antenna. All right. Pardon this brief intermission, but at the end of that last scene, I realized that I made a major mistake. So the very first thing that you want to do when installing a card reader on any vending machine is to check that that vending machine is indeed card compatible. And that's what I failed to do in this scenario. So in that last scene, y'all saw me just complete the process of mounting the card reader onto the vending machine. All that was left to do was actually hook up the power to it, and it was at that moment that I realized I made that mistake. When I went to go hook up the card reader cords to the vending machine cords to give it power, that's when I realized that the cords were not a match. The terminal and the connector were not gonna link up together. So my first thought was to just give up on this video and sell that machine and get me a card compatible machine. But I started talking to one of the Hustle Fam members on my TikTok, and he had a great suggestion. He referred me to go online and order this cord that's like an adapter for this device that'll allow this card reader to be hooked up to this vending machine. So that's exactly what I did. It's about 2 weeks later, so let's see how this thing works. I'm able to tell that this machine is not card reader compatible now because of the connectors. Let's put them side by side and I'll show you exactly what I mean. For instance, the card reader cord is the yellow cord, and this is a 6-prong connector. Now let's look at the cord connected to the vending machine. And this vending machine cord is a 9-prong connector, so there is no way for these to connect. So what we need is this adapter right here, and this is what the Hustle Fam member on TikTok told me about. So the adapter cord will plug right into the slot that says multi-drop bus, which is new to me. And finally, here's the guest of honor, the adapter cord. So this is what it's actually gonna look like. Let's take a closer look at it. So the flat side is the side that you're gonna plug into the vending machine, and you're gonna plug it right into where it says multi-drop bus, right there. So we now have that connected. So let's check out the other side of the adapter cord. So this is the side that you're gonna plug into the actual card reader. And we can see that this connector is 6-prong, which is exactly what we need. So now I can finally go ahead and get this connected. Now I have my power connected to my truck running to my vending machine. So let's get this thing powered on. And it looks like we have power. And while we wait for the screen on the card reader to power up, let's open it up so I can show y'all what this connector looks like. And there it is. That is the adapter cord connected to the device cord. My saving grace. And there you see it. We have power running to the card reader. Install successful. Thank you for rocking out with me again, Hustle Fam. To learn how to install LED lights in a vending machine, be sure to click the video on the screen. And don't forget to like, follow, and comment. As always, happy hustles.